Today on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Don't knock Seiko.
Seiko is a good watch?
Seiko is a great watch.
Seiko's are great watches. I know
okay.
the crown pops off and I got to wind it.
Well, no, you don't necessarily. If it's an automatic.
Teach me.
All right, let me ask you this. Turn the watch around.
Triangle of sadness.
What? Have you anyone seen that? What the hell is that?
I'm into squares.
Has anybody heard about it? Has anybody seen
sadness.
it? Here they go again.
Yeah.
It's the Mike O'Mara story.
I'll be spending my day with my little watch friends.
Do you make them talk to each other?
Look at him.
Mr. Automatic.
Hi, Mr.
Hello,
Hamilton.
Mr. Seiko. How are you, Mr. Seiko? I'm fine, Mr. Hamilton.
Do you ever put them all
Where's
on
Mr.
at once?
Alex? Oh, he's sick. What?
All that and more. The Mike O'Mara Show starts now. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hello.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I give you a warning, please.
Hello.
I will be overusing that clip today. I can't help myself.
Just
Welcome
today?
to the it'll last.
I know.
Hello.
Staying power, Mike.
Oh, pure douchebaggery. Live from Podville Media in Washington, D.C. and around the world. You're listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. Two Egg, Florida. Killeen, Texas. Nampa, Idaho. Flemington, New Jersey. Stonington, Maine. Davos, Switzerland. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now. And I have to start because I have to explain. I have tried during I call it my convalescence, where I have not been able to play my favorite sport.
Oh, that's true.
I've been
How long
doing
since you've been on the links?
over almost, we're working on to about 2.5 months.
Wow, it's a long
Feels
time.
like a month.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe to you. For me, it feels like a lifetime, Oscar. Feels like- So I've been substituting things because I'm a man that has to have constant stimulation in his life or he withers and dies. Now, thank God, I think the shows have been marvelous. I thoroughly enjoyed all of your wonderful commentary regarding show number 3000 yesterday. I am very, very happy that my boys are coming down to visit. I'm very excited about that, and got an estimate on the air conditioner, and I said to the guy
Hello.
yesterday, so I'm still working on
At
that.
least he
Oscar.
didn't say that to you.
Can I make a quick note? And I think it's probably apropos that I highlight it here. Yesterday we were mentioning a few names. We didn't mention everyone's name. We wouldn't be able to do it. And I think I mentioned that when I was saying
Yes.
the wonderful people that helped us get to 3,000. But we should have mentioned Cappy Pfeiffer.
Yes,
And-
Kathy Pfeiffer, who was there
100%.
for us at the very beginning.
And she's still
and
a friend and
really helped
a
us.
great friend, personally, and of the show. So thank you. I want to make
she's
sure
not
I
into
said
the show
something.
the way she used to be, but she is such a nice person.
The best.
I shouldn't say that because I don't know what Cappy listens to. But Cappy was everywhere for a long time, and she's just when we needed her the most is when she was there.
She
for us.
called yesterday. I missed the call, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
She called you?
She's probably calling to wish a happy 3,000. And I was in a dumb meeting, and I was like, I can't believe we didn't mention her on the show.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did.
I hate when Oscar has to go to those dumb meetings.
So I've substituted activities. I've been a great Mr. Mom, doing a lot of pickup, a lot of drop off, a lot of time, more time with Michael, which is always good, even though I spend a tremendous amount of time with him anyway.
Right.
It's all been good. And then to fill the void, I tackle a lot of handyman tasks that around the house. Now, a thing that I have taken to...
Are they cosmetic ones? Are they necessary ones?
It's a variety of everything. These are working on little things, changing air filters, doing some cleaning,
so just
polishing things.
Ongoing chores that sort of hang on your to-do list and you're finally having a chance to get to them. Okay.
I am also, it should be noted, a I don't want to say a cheap collector, but I am I'm a mid-level to lower level watch aficionado.
Yes.
Which is why I asked you to contact Teddy Balasari, and I reached out personally to him yesterday. He hasn't gotten back to me either, so I think he's a watch guy, and he turbocharged my interest in watches because his online podcast is I think it's a podcast. He puts videos.
I watch it.
I wouldn't call it a podcast.
I saw it.
So it's good. And he's really just amazingly font of information.
He
That's
did
why
a
I wanted to
fascinating
book
one
him on the show.
with that guy from Shark Tank.
Yeah, he works with him a lot.
Yeah.
And it really kind of super. And what Teddy does is Teddy has discussed that you don't need a gazillion dollars to get into the quality watch game. So I have been tweaking my watches. I have had, over the years, I've gotten a lot of watches. And most of them are, I don't like to say crap, but I will. They're crap. And so
they're dependable. They're dependable timepieces.
No, they're not. They're not, because I have a lot of battery operated watches, and I don't pull the little stem out and the battery dies, and I have to go through that.
I have a quick question. Aren't watches dying?
Yeah.
I have one just to be a professional, but I just look at my phone.
Yeah.
Well, no, but the
what
whole
time does your
idea,
watch
like jewelry pieces? Oh, this is completely off.
Yeah, that watch hasn't.
It says 13 o'clock.
The whole telling of time with the watch is not relevant. I
just
don't
asked Siri.
Right.
Just like the pocket watch back in the day. You know, it moved on to.
Oh, you're telling me that I shouldn't be wearing my pocket watch anymore?
You go right ahead.
It looks great with skinny jeans.
It does.
I love watches. I love them.
You have,
and I wish I had money because I'd buy good watches as well as the affordable watch. Now I am not. So what Teddy Balasari did was get me to realize that at certain price points you can get a really good watch and have a collection without breaking the bank. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about super cheap,
right?
But I'm talking about not Rolexes or anything like that. Although I have one Rolex that I've had for years and years and years that I broke
from your first marriage.
No. I had This number two. Oh. This is Carla.
Yeah.
Who?
3.
You know, it's the greatest thing.
Three.
So 3. Thank you. And so that one I broke, and that's part of the thing too. I broke it, and I had to have it serviced. What's that?
I have this one. This
is that your Breitling?
Yes. This is for my ex-girlfriend.
Great watch.
Yes.
Great watch.
And Shannon hates that I wear this.
I would.
But I said, Shannon, you could replace this anytime you'd like. But till that happens,
that's a tradable watch. Yeah.
No, well,
you want me to trade it? You want me to trade it for you?
They don't even make it anymore.
Okay.
They don't even make it anymore. And you know what I like?
And you watch it, and you wear it day to day, so I'm sure
I've sent it in. They polish it. They send it back. It's not a big deal. And I was going to mention to you, I had a friend of mine that said the same thing to me. He's like, hey, does she really hate that watch? I was like, I don't know. I think she's just being cheap.
When you send it in for polish, do they offer to set it for you?
They do. And then the battery dies, as Mike just said.
Set it for you.
And
then you don't have a battery in that watch.
Oh, you got to wind it. Who has time to wind?
It's a mechanic.
So then I said
take time to wind. I believe that's what they said at Blockbuster.
Read the watch for me. Read the watch. I don't think you have to wind it. Read the watch. All right. What does it say? What does it say on the dial of the watch?
I'll tell you.
On the dial, which is the face.
You think I can read that? I'm 44. My eyes are terrible.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. That'll play.
My God.
Play into what? That's going to play into what I want to tell you today.
But it says Seiko or Seiko.
Hey! I got news for you. Don't knock Seiko.
Seiko is a good watch.
Seiko is a great watch.
Seiko's are great watches.
Mm-hmm. I can't read for a damn
and
thing
better
like that.
today than they were.
I know the crown pops off and I got to wind it.
Well, no, you don't necessarily. If it's an automatic,
teach me.
All right, let me ask you this: turn the watch around. All right, can you when you turn that around? Usually with Breitlings, you don't have the mechanics. Can you see the mechanics in the watch?
No, I can't see them. I can't see them. It's a battery.
So, no.
Oh
no,
Mike,
have you ever changed a battery in that?
No, I send it in and it comes back and it's working.
A Breitling is not a quartz watch.
Okay,
well, Mike, that watch takes 1 D battery.
Send me a picture of your watch.
I will. And just for clarification, this watch was given to me in the midst of one of the greatest breakups of all podcast time.
Yes.
So somewhere between my ex-girlfriend cheating on me with a professional WWE wrestler and the Christmas that came, this watch was purchased as a present. So I never felt like it was from her. It was more like a breakup.
I'm sorry. Gift.
I'm sorry. Matt Hardy took a swanton bomb off the top rope into, I guess me. Here's a really nice watch to make up for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's an expensive watch.
Yeah.
So
is my heart.
I'm into
Mike.
it.
So is my heart.
I'm into it.
Today is not the 27th.
It's definitely not.
The 25th of January.
That's right.
2023.
Your watch is going to be exactly right in 2 days. I can't wait.
But you can trade your watch in for another used watch at Watch Exchange.
The watch secondary market has backed off a bit. That's why I want to get Teddy on. He's totally blowing us up.
Teddy Timex.
Which is, I reached out personally on Facebook to him.
Okay. And I continue to call and I continue to. The problem
what is I hate doing this. I'm not going to get into the whole Rob can't get a guest. But how do you do it? You send an email first?
There is a contact link on the page. I did that. And then I also phoned the actual business. And I said, can you please?
And what did they say to you?
They said they're going to escalate this and pass it upward.
Can we call him on the show as the sausage king of Chicago?
Oh, Abe Froman?
This is Abe Froman, the sausage king of Chicago. So I
call him back.
He supercharged my interest.
Yeah.
And my golf has been replaced by an interest in watches. Although I can't afford luxury watches,
right.
I have purchased a couple of good watches according to him. He's been my mentor for watches.
What
and when
has
you mentioned
prevented
Seiko,
what has prevented you from repairing the Rolex? I'm curious.
I am. The Rolex is out to be repaired.
Okay, good.
And so because I just the crystal I broke, it fell off the bathroom.
My brother-in-law. He had a watch on Christmas that I just didn't. It caught my eye, and I was like, "Oh, is that a Breitling?" And he said, "Because I've had this for literally 11 years, the same watch."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great watch. It's a watch you can have for 11 years.
And he's like, "It's he's got that accent, that European accent. Have you heard of the Rolex Daytona?" And I said,
"Brother has a Rolex."
Daytona.
Brother has a Rolex.
Yes.
Your brother-in-law?
Brother-in-law.
Or your brother?
Brother-in-law. My brother-in-law.
That's the one that's only sold
Tatiana's husband has a Rolex Daytona. Of course he.
Isn't that the one that's only sold in Florida?
Money does he make?
Oh,
what?
I think,
Rob,
I'm sorry. I think when you save babies in their hearts, I think you get paid very well.
Oh, my. In Beverly Hills, right?
Yes.
The Daytona.
Saving Beverly Hills babies. It's your ticket.
BHBs. Now,
not only just being amazingly accomplished as a physician, but a specialty physician in the richest zip code in America. Why does he come? He ought to come down to Naples. Then you could visit me.
Because as my mom would say, eres curioso. I'm curious.
I'm escalioso.
Yo soy curioso. Larry King. And tell me. So I go to the Google.
We go to Santiago, Chile. Hello.
Beverly Hills Baby Hospital. Hello.
So I look it up and I'm like, there's no way somebody paid this much for a watch. And a Rolex Daytona with an oyster, it's not oyster shell. I don't know what it's called.
It's the oyster.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know enough. I'd embarrass
It's a light blue one. It was a car. But I guess if you can, you will. And I don't, by the way, who am I to judge? If I could, I would. I'm as pretentious as anybody else. But I can't wind the watch. I'll tell you that much. I said
$30,000.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
Used.
It starts at $22,900 but goes to $135,000.
I don't know. It had a baby blue face.
Secondary market on them right now is about $20,000.
Yeah, it's still too much.
They've come back to earth. You want to know what they were 10 months ago?
Yeah.
Probably double that, right?
It would have curled your hair.
Yeah.
It would have curled your hair what they were.
He said the prices have come down. I said, not enough for your boy. And I said, I heard there's a sweet Swatch Omega collab, if we're talking about watches and collabs.
Yes.
This is when people sign off.
Goodbye, listeners.
I said,
gorgeous. It's my top of my hit parade.
Is Omega something that people actually respect, because I know Swatch and the Swiss are
100%.
Yeah.
You can ask me these things.
Okay.
100%.
Teach me.
Omega's a brand that has been on the upswing.
I dated
for
a
long
Chi
time.
Omega in college. She was
Now,
wonderful.
What about the
Chi
watches,
Omega,
Mike?
great sorority. Yes.
What about the watches that have a calculator in them?
You know what, Rob?
Casio.
What do you
Yes.
do? You wear? You don't wear a watch?
No, I used to, and I don't because I realize that everywhere I go now, I have a clock with me.
He's got time.
Yeah,
Okay, so well, this has become one of my things.
but I can
And
understand it. I mean, for you, it's not so much about keeping time as it is a collectible and a piece of jewelry.
Although I haven't learned everything I need to learn, but I have learned that I am fond of the automatic watch. Now, what is the automatic watch, you might say?
Yeah.
The automatic watch is a self-winding watch.
So it winds by your actual movement of your wrist.
That's how you
When
wind
I
it.
was in
And
high
that's-
school, it
yes.
never ran out.
What about the watches? The 6-shift watches that you got to put in the little box that spins.
You mean the watch winder?
Yes.
I believe that's called. Somebody look it up. It's called a mechanical watch.
Okay.
What is the difference between an
Watches
automatic
that are
and a mechanical?
stick shift.
I believe the automatic is self-winding and the mechanical is a winding watch, and the quartz is a battery operated watch.
So when
I have, because I don't have an expensive watch collection, most of my, if not all of my watches were quartz battery operated, and I put them away, and then they would they die because the battery needed
for
to
a
be
while,
changed.
weren't you really singing the praises? It was a inexpensive watch with a really bright face, and you were wearing that as like your daily wearing watch, right?
That was my Mickey Mouse watch.
No, I'm serious
No,
here. It was like a luminescent face, and you loved it.
Yeah, that was a
'cause you
taser.
Okay, all right. What was the first watch going back?
It broke.
I can remember going back when
Really fell apart. I have to be honest.
My mom's a fan of the Invicta because they sell them on QVC
the Invictus,
all the time.
Yeah, I believe you can get those at Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, and I think if you can get those,
Kohl's.
got a closet full of
cost
them.
them about 11 cents.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But Mike, going back, I remember when watches were important because you needed to know what time it was, and I used to wear a watch for that very reason. What was the first, not, exclusive, but maybe Highline watch you bought, and when was it?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't have any idea. I mean, it's just, I've always been kind of into them. And and then, everybody, there are a couple of brands that are important to me. This is is not an expensive watch, but it's a Hamilton.
The new Apple Watch. Oh, you got a Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Sold out on Broadway.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah,
No, Hamilton is what my father wore. So I still have my father's broken
My pappy-
Hamilton wristwatch that he wore.
And my
for,
pappy's
that he
pappy
for life.
wore Hamiltons.
My pappy's pappy. So I'm getting around to the fact that I've done this. And
They're
yesterday,
handsome watches.
What's that?
I'm on HamiltonWatch.com.
What, did you find out what the difference between an automatic
Oh, yes,
and a
yes. I'm
mechanical
sorry.
watch
I thought we
is?
moved on. Self-winding, Mike, and automatic.
Right?
You got
mechanical.
Mechanical, you have to crank. It says you have to
It's a
wind. You have to
winder.
wind.
Literally
You have to
wind it.
wind.
Okay.
And,
Yes.
and a quartz is, I think that's the 3 that I
Automatic.
think we've covered that,
Yes.
the
Yes.
movement. It's called the movement. That's the movement of the watch. So
I just want a bowel movement, let alone a watch movement.
But I love this. I love being able to do that, and I not worry about a battery. So that's why that's me. And
Yeah.
it's always by
You're
choice.
also, I feel like, and you are in a season of your life.
the
And,
seasons of a man's life,
and
Mike.
Oscar might be onto something. Let me see what he's going to say.
well,
Go ahead.
though you also, by proxy, when you're out on the links and you're playing golf and you start thinking about like what could be an investment, what could I pass down to my son? There are different aspects of
Is
right.
true. Now, that is why with this guy that I've been watching online, I have been thinking about not necessarily the price point as much as the quality point.
Mm-hmm.
And at the quality point, and an automatic is something that's going to last and last and last if you take care of it. And I'm thinking down the road, it would be something I would love to pass along to my son. And you are absolutely right. So there is the
Valid.
I don't want to say the primary motive because I love watches and I love having them. And by the way, I look like Stormy Daniels with my tees today. But anyway, I have to say,
I like it.
Thank you. So yesterday I was unloading all the watches that I wanted to get rid of, and I went to this sleazy coin and jewelry place, kind of a borderline pawn shop, and I said, "What will you give me?" He said, "I'll give you $20 for each watch." I said, "That's fine." He said, "But they have to be running." So he took about 4 of them, gave me $20 each for the 4, and then I had like 4 more that I had to get running because they are all quartz watches.
Yes.
And I go back and I have I take links out of my own watch.
Sure.
I replace batteries in my own watches, and so I got my little toolkit. One thing that I don't have is a mechanism that is used for replacing the back of a watch. If it happens to be like a snap back.
Yeah.
There are screw-on. There are primarily the little indentations. Like, Oscar, if you looked on the back of your watch, you'll see that it's got some indentations on the back where you use a tool to unscrew.
I was
the
gifted a wonderful, bracelet for my Apple Watch, and I'll wear that this week. That makes the Apple Watch look like a dress watch, and I went through the same deal.
And it's very, very cool. So
And then are you going to go back to the pawn shop once you get them running?
I can't go back to the pawn shop.
Oh.
I have failed. That's not a pawn shop. That's a junk shop.
I was going to see this is plan B.
So is
in-
everything in pieces now?
I walk into the
box of
gold and
parts.
jewelry exchange,
Yes.
and with my biggest smile, I say,
Hello.
and he takes a couple. He says, "If you bring the others back, we'll give you the rest." So I'm back there, and I've got these watches. So I take it apart, and then most of them, because they're such quality, have snapbacks.
Of course.
Well, no, there's a snapback. There's an unscrew.
Yeah.
And then there's a tool that you take off.
And there's
like a
there
good
one
watch,
with a pull
right?
tab like they used to have on Budweiser.
It was frustrating. So I get the things off, and then I go do a battery hunt, and I get the batteries from the drugstore, and I put my first battery in, and tick, tick, tick. Success.
Fantastic.
Until I have to put the snapback back on. And I'll tell you the brand of watch it was.
Okay.
It was, the people that make the shirts, Lacoste,
Yeah.
the little alligator.
Yeah.
Real quality.
It was a Lacoste
It was
watch.
a Lacoste watch, and so it's ticking, and I'm like, all right, great. All I have to do. I have never had more difficulty putting the back of a case of a watch on. It was insanity. There's no way I could do it with my hand.
Your hand.
Then I go online and I see like towels, and he puts it on. But most of them have this little machine. So
Do you think
I
it
said-
was because of poor design of the watch?
No, not at all. I think it was poor design when my father's seed entered my mother and
that's too
created
graphic.
my brain.
My brain.
Sorry about that, but I think it's me. I think it's me being a goddamn dummy. That's what it is. And so I watch this and I see him doing that, and I say, okay, this is my brain.
Yeah.
I see the press. They have a press where they put it in like a little press.
Yes.
It goes around the outskirts, and then it goes snap. The back snaps down, and it's easy peasy. I say, let me try, and you can do it with your hands, but it's usually a little tough. So what you do is you put a board across it to put the backing on.
Equal
whatever.
pressure. Yeah.
Lots of different YouTube videos with guys that, by the way, I will bail out of a YouTube video if somebody says, "Hey, how you doing? It's zingy zingy."
Get
the watch
right to
dude.
it. Yeah, get right to it.
Yeah, please.
So the other day I was walking around talking to my friend. Bam, I'm off it.
Yeah.
I'm off it. You tell me a story. F you. Get to the tools. Get to the process. So to make a long story short, I didn't have a board handy, but I had a wooden long shoehorn from my various states of infirmity, because here at the O'Mara household, I have shoehorns galore.
And nothing
And that
shows the
doesn't
mark.
work.
And nothing shows the mark of a young hip household than multiple
Than a
shoehorns.
collection of shoehorns.
That's right.
So I'm pressing my wrist down, all my weight behind me, trying to smash this thing down, and it would like slip, and it wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So then I say, well, I get like some towels, and I'll put the watch in there, and I'll just pinch it and try to do it with pliers.
Oh, with pliers.
So I do the pliers, and as soon as I put pressure, it smashes the crystal
There's only so much pressure
into the
that
trash
can take.
can. There it goes. No $20 for me. No $20 for you today.
Were they proper pliers, or were they like channel locks?
They were proper pliers.
Oh, so really a lot of direct pressure.
Just not
Yeah,
the right thing to do.
Sorry, buddy.
And then I get another one out. I said, well, I'll try. I had another crappy watch lying around, and I said, you know what? I forgot about this one. I can add this, and I'll get the same amount of money because he won't care because he didn't even look at the ones,
right?
And so I take and I'm putting the wood on it, and I lean, and it's not working. So at this point, I go out because I'm an idiot. I go out and I get a rubber mallet.
Oh my God!
And I try to snap it on with a rubber mallet, and once again, the cases. Rob, do you remember that old thing? What's the thing I had with my phone?
If you're this into this, look, we all need hobbies, and I think repetition and these are all lessons learned. I'm looking on Amazon right now. The watch press can range anywhere from $15 to $50.
Right.
For a nice watch press.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll take care of what you're trying to do right now.
And I've got tools, and I've been able to replace a lot of links on my watches, and so that's really cool.
But the
second one,
the press will help with the backing.
Yeah.
The second one is gone. I got two left. I throw them out.
You burned $40.
I said I'm not going
two
back
scratchers.
there with that. And by the way, I've dented the back of these cases.
Yeah.
They're scratched. It's just, and I know I watch repair videos too, which I find fascinating. The mechanics of a watch I find riveting.
When they bring
I love everything
At
about it.
any point in those watch repair videos, do they take a towel and pliers and give you this?
One of the good. You made that sound.
I did.
Yes.
That's about 40 different files.
One of the
there.
greatest. So the first watch, I try to use the pliers on the snapback and put pressure, and that happens. Then the second one, will combine with this, and I take the rubber mallet and I take it back and I hit it, and that one, and then I was done for the day.
And you're done eating for the day. Yeah. Move the cards to the left side.
And I'm talking full body weight on the back of this trying to snap this thing in. And it in no way requires that. It requires accuracy as opposed to brute force.
So had frustration pent up that was
after the second watch, if you'd seen me go, that's it. Boom. I'm done. Let's clean up. Carla's coming home. The person that really works in our life. She's coming home, and they're gone. They're gone. And I put all my little tools back. I put the 6 or 7 watches I have that I like in the case. And
just
and
like Mayor Barry used to do, all lined up in a case.
That's how you display them.
Yeah.
If you're
What do you
a
mean?
watch person.
What do you mean?
Mayor
Barry.
He discussed when he had his Rolexes stolen. He described how he had them all on his dresser.
He had
lined up.
Rolexes,
He had a
plural?
bunch.
Yeah, of
roll-
course he did.
Yeah.
No row.
I think he might have been hanging with an unsavory character.
No, he was a collector.
So
Could be.
everything's fine. I go to relax, and suddenly,
Yes.
slowly, steadily, my right wrist,
Yes.
begins to get sore, and more sore, and more sore, and more so. By bedtime, I am in agony, and it is the carpal tunnel thing with the little. I have done something. Added to the myriad of health issues that I have done something.
Carpal tunnel
horrible.
is normally from years
Stress.
and years of
I don't know what I
repeated.
did, but a tendon or something. I didn't break anything because you can't move your fingers.
Well, you
right? Couldn't do that.
You broke your watch.
I broke 2 watches.
Yes, but no, it's more of a dull pain. It doesn't.
Well, this is a dull but significant agony pain.
Oh, it's
that's
strong.
just driving.
It's strong,
like
but
I
constant.
can't pick.
Yeah.
I can't right now. I can't pick up this cup. That's the pain.
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
But it's getting better than it was.
did you ice it or
I iced it,
I don't know.
and I was looking. And by
Did
the
you
way,
take some ibuprofen?
no, I have not done that yet. But I will tell you this: and Carla's had carpal
Yeah.
from
Shannon
when she
has
was
carpal
managing
now,
court
I think.
reporters.
Yeah.
She's done that, and
No.
I go through the house, which my house might as well be a CVS drugstore with the amount of braces and ace bandages and everything.
Accoutrement.
I've had carpal. Carla's had carpal. You would think in this home there would be one of those little things that you put around your forearm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
A brace.
like this.
Yeah.
None to be had. The only thing Carla had was this thing where she went to the hand doctor or whatever, or the doctor, and it's like a pad.
Yeah.
That and that doesn't do me any good. I want to put pressure on. See what happens when I put the pressure on.
So
I
you're
can
like
do it with my
the
finger and do
Claude
that.
at Chuck E. Cheese.
You know what you
So
probably
I'm a
need,
rube.
Mike? You could
What's
probably substitute a shoehorn.
Yeah, just go ahead and break one off.
Yeah, and just use it
Get
as
the
like a
short
splint.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you'd have
So
some
it falls into the category of trying to be handy. And once again, all great things, right?
Right.
Sports that you want to be good at. Handyman projects, plumbing, electric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They require a quality that I have never possessed, and that quality is patience.
Yeah. You'll never
I
be
do
a jeweler, Mike.
not have. I'll never. And these guys that work on these watches,
They toil
meticulously,
forever.
Yeah.
forever to get
Forever.
them just right. And these guys are geniuses. The way they take all of these mechanisms apart and they put them back together again. I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm totally possessed by watchmaking, watch repair, watch retail. Except there's there's a subculture of sleaze buckets that go to these trade shows, and they're all from New York, and they're all like, oh, no, there's no way I can get. There's that market of
Sure.
it where they're like using it as an investment tool, and they're kind of nasty. But then you get a guy like this guy, Teddy, who I have a really an affinity for his program, as does Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank.
Yes.
And he gives you the straight deal. And I love it. I mean, not the straight deal on... I wouldn't say that he's the be-all, end-all because he sells watches.
Sure.
But you like his
at the
shtick.
same- I like the way that he's very thorough. And there it is. Send this to him, and maybe he'll come on the show instead of categorically ignoring us and refusing to acknowledge me or my people.
When we get him on the show, will you tell him about the pliers?
I really would. That would embarrass me.
You have to lay yourself at the mercy of the man.
That's true.
No, but I watch. I buy. In the last 6 months, I've purchased 2 watches based on him.
Oh, wow.
Even better.
For under not under $500, under $200, under $300.
Yeah.
Wow. And they, do they? And
you talk about
watches
Seiko. You were mocking
I was.
SEI.
I was joking.
They are. You go out and grab yourself one. You can't do any better.
And they
If you-
and
if
the
you grab
watches tend these ones that you just bought in the past 10 months.
Yes.
Will they appreciate?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I doubt it. They're more. I'm not doing this for investment.
No,
as
I know.
much
I
as
understand.
I'm doing this for. I'm buying watches that I think will last a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the price point is my price point. But everybody can have fun with it. You can have fun because there's such a great variety out there, and they don't all have to be the shishi. Would I love the shishi? Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Who wouldn't? You know? Would I love the watch that Oscar's brother-in-law has? 100%. But that's not me. It's insane. I can't do that.
I'd be too nervous. I think it gets scratched and it would mess my day
Well,
up.
a lot of these watches that they sell for that price point, and if he's wearing it too, if he's just like wearing it on his wrist going to work,
wearing it.
By the way, if a doctor came in and he had one of those hanging off his wrist, I'd tell him F off.
Yeah.
I'd say
Scrubs and everything.
That's what you wanted. That's what you
with
want to tell
scrubs
a
on,
doctor.
that would be obscene.
Yeah.
That would be obscene.
Well, you need a good. You got to know what time it is during surgery.
That's true. And also, when he's washing up, they are. I saw on the website they're water resistant.
Okay, thanks, you rubes. We got to take a break. It's a fun discussion. All right, we're not going to do the homepage. We're going to do the Oscars when we come back.
I love it.
Oscar, who will win?
Who will win?
And the incredible, just garbage that's being rewarded this year. I've seen a lot. Hey, can't help myself. Got to tell it like it is. Best thing, though, Jimmy Kimmel's hosting. That's okay with us. We'll be right back.
Power 95. Twitch patrol lines are open. Hi, who's this?
I shouldn't tell you.
you.
Why? Do I know you?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Is this Jim Amato?
No.
Have I had fun with you within the past 2 months?
Yes.
Okay, that cuts it down to 1,000. Are you Rick Schofield?
No.
Are you Jolene White?
No.
Are you Linda Herr?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting for you to get tickets to the Mike O'Mara live show in New Orleans on April 15th at 8 p.m. at the House of Blues.
Because of you, I'll be in New Orleans.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Think of the time and money your family invested to film family vacations. Yeah. Football games, birthdays, weddings, all of the weddings that I had. Recording these memories was a commitment. I remember a long time ago buying a top-of-the-line video camera. It was made out of mahogany.
I remember. Beautiful.
Back in the day, it was fantastic. And I said, thank you, Mr. Brady. Great picture of Lincoln. But now, it's obsolete. Of course it is. And I wasn't sure if I could ever watch those tapes again. But thanks to Legacy Box, I can watch my little girls when they were actually little girls. Oh, God, gorgeous. And they're still gorgeous.
Yep.
It's like magic. We've all used Legacy Box, and we all love it. Legacy Box is a super simple mail-in service to have all of your videotapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, pictures converted to perfectly preserved digital files, keeping them safe forever. You owe it to your family to safeguard your memories. Don't let your photos continue to fade. Become your family's hero and save them before it's too late. Buy a Legacy Box today. Visit legacybox.com/TMOS and you can take advantage of this exclusive offer. That's legacybox.com/TMOS, and we thank you. Okay, it's on to the Oscars. Who will win? Going to the list right now. I think I have seen, let me tell you what I have seen.
All right.
I have Best Picture up.
Okay, go ahead. Give me Best Picture.
Okay,
I'll tell you
you'll
if I've
ding
seen
or
it.
buzz if you've seen it.
Okay.
What about Top Gun Maverick?
Top Gun Maverick got a nod, and I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Women Talking.
Women Talking, I have not seen, so that gets
Mike,
a
but you've lived it.
Oh, lived it my whole life. Yes, go ahead.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I've tried to watch it twice. I have not been successful because it sucks.
The Banshees of Inisherin.
Watched it with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, and meh.
I would think that'd be right up your alley.
Yeah, I know.
Triangle of Sadness.
What? Have you anyone
No, I have
seen
not.
that? What the
I'm not.
hell is that?
I'm into squares.
Has anybody heard about it? Has anybody
Of
seen
sadness.
it? Here they go again.
Yeah.
It's the Mike O'Mara story.
That was Pony from the back row.
The Fablemans.
Saw it. Yep.
Okay.
And what was your take on it?
Not going to make a comment on it right now.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Saw it.
Okay.
Best one in the category, in my opinion. So I'm going to give it a ding. I'm going to give that one absolutely.
Avatar, The Way of Water.
Saw it, liked it, but I don't know if it's Best Picture. But how many nominees do they have?
Two more. There's just two more.
And I have a question for you when we get to the 10th. Yeah.
Elvis.
Saw it.
Okay.
Not ready to make a real call on it. Tar.
Yes.
Oh, is it Tar?
I said Tar.
How is it? TAR?
T-A with a little apostrophe R.
I saw it.
Goo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw it.
So, Mike, when they went to 10 Best Picture nominations, I guess it was a few years ago, from 5, don't you feel that that's to make room for the popcorn movies like Maverick and I guess Elvis to a certain extent and Avatar that probably wouldn't be entertained by the Academy in a 5-picture field?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I
think
feel.
They go when they go with Maverick, and they do that. The All Quiet on the Western Front was a really, really well crafted. I think all great war movies
almost
are
a game
anti-war
changer,
movies.
right? I remember when you saw it, you were really taken with it.
Really, really. I thought they did a nice job with that. Avatar was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Took my kid to it, and enjoyed every minute.
But
of it.
when's
It
the
was
last
fun.
time the Academy rewarded a fun movie in Best Picture?
Now, the Banshees of Inisherin, look, go see it. See if it makes any sense to you. It didn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me. And Elvis, don't we have seasons where there's a movie that I love the years where everybody can get behind a movie.
Yeah.
Top Gun.
Where everybody can get excited,
Maverick.
Well, Top Gun wasn't Best Picture, was
It's
it?
nominated for Best Picture.
Maverick is
Yeah,
nominated.
but I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's I don't think it's good enough to be Best Picture.
And I loved the Elvis movie, but anyone who thinks it's got a shot at this, you're kidding yourself.
I think based on the category, I think that Tar was over my head, but I get it. She's a lady that Cate Blanchett's a great actress, but it's a slog, in my humble opinion. But the one I really want to discuss is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And maybe I should turn all the lights off, sit in a quiet room, and start it and try to track with it better than I have.
Okay.
It's a super sci-fi, jump around, multi-dimensional romp.
Is it a romp?
I don't know if it's a romp. I don't.
It might be a romp.
Can we book what's his name on again?
Yes.
The guy
Yeah.
who can from the Globe.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
now is doing his own thing. Get him back on. The Fablemans. You watched it. I watched it.
I didn't watch it. Did Oscar
You didn't
watch
watch
it?
The Fablemans?
No, I haven't seen
No,
The Fablemans. No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the Steven
It's
Spielberg biopic.
a semi-autobiographical take of Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, and if it is, it's a little self-pitying, in my humble opinion.
Has he gotten to that age?
Well, he's a
it's-
child of divorce, and that's what he spends
boo-hoo.
most of his time.
Get over it. You've made your way.
Spends most of his time dealing with. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm Bing Crosby. Anyway, the shot today. I didn't take a shower. Okay, I'll be honest
Mike.
with you. Look.
Oh,
Look at
dear. Oh, no.
What?
No, I couldn't because of my hands.
What's your beef with Top Gun Maverick?
What's your beef?
I don't have a beef with it. I was entertained by it. I was entertained by Avatar. I don't consider a movie that when I walk, let me tell you how I judge it.
Okay.
Okay.
When I walk out of a movie theater and I am so influenced that it is in my consciousness forever, and it is in my consciousness for a great deal of time, and I can't stop talking about it. That's when, movies that make an impression on me, whether it be for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be a message movie.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't have to be that, but it has to be something that either with the cinematography, with the special effects themselves, that is so completely superior to everything else that I think it should be a Best Picture. Titanic was not the greatest story in the world, but the combination of the special effects and the story and the way it was done, I think it was a special movie, a very, very special film.
I've had the pleasure of watching, and I don't just watch movies over again on purpose, but I've watched Top Gun Maverick 5 times. Since I watched it in the theater. I own it on my Comcast box at home. I own it on the Apple TV at my parents' house, and I think it's a bigger movie than most people think. I know the box office said so, but outside of the box office.
But here's where I have the issue. The special effects are wonderful.
Yep.
There's a lot of live action, which I commend them for. So it's good. Is it game changing? Not necessarily, in my opinion. Is the story anything special? No, the story is as simple as a children's book. You know what I mean? It's we've got a deadly mission.
Simple?
Let's go.
So
it's simple.
If we go back over, say, the last 10 years of Best Picture winners, I will name you the Best Pictures, and you tell me which could qualify as a fun popcorn movie.
Okay.
And I would classify the...
why don't you just put the Best Pictures from years gone by, and I will... Why don't we just make a case for whether they're deserving or non-deserving?
Last year, Coda.
Coda was great.
I didn't see Coda.
You did. It was, I think, after the fact. It's the family who's deaf and has one hearing child.
Oh, my God. Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
really great.
Okay.
Yeah, really great.
God, I forgot the
Great
title.
movie.
Isn't that
remember,
horrible?
by the way, Will Smith struck Chris Rock at last year's Oscars. This is why the Academy Awards are so at the forefront of pop culture at the moment.
Oh, but boy, the Coda was, I remember having tears in my eyes. I was happy that won.
Year before that, Nomadland. It was a Francis McDormand movie.
I passed.
I
watched it. I watched it. No. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is it up in my top? No. Coda deserving. Nomadland depressing.
All right. Parasite.
Parasite was the Korean film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Compelling.
It was compelling, but not anybody. I think most people, we had discussions about it, would say, Not that not that compelling.
2018 Green Book.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah,
I can't pronounce the actor's name, but he was phenomenal in it, and it was a great story. There again, you're thinking about it, and it spotlights a time in our history, which, by the way, down here in my great state of Florida, people are trying really, really hard to whitewash.
Sure.
And when I say whitewash, I put an emphasis on the white. Okay, you can't whitewash that. Watch Green Book, and see what African Americans in this country were dealing with an hour ago.
It's Mahershala Ali.
There you go.
And Viggo
Very good.
Mortensen.
Phenomenal performance. Really, really. And Viggo
2017 The Shape of Water.
I don't remember that.
It was another special effect one.
It was.
In fact, The Shape of Water would be very closely related to Everything Everywhere All at Once, in my opinion.
All
kind
right.
of like sci-fi-ish.
Yeah. Before that, the year before that, Moonlight.
I never saw him.
Moonlight story of an African-American gay man and the trials and tribulations that he went through. I wasn't that big a fan.
I have to watch
it. It didn't, but then again, I can understand how it would have won.
2015 Spotlight.
Yes.
Really good story.
Yes.
Really, really amazing story about the Boston Globe's expose on pedophile priests. Pretty strong stuff.
Before that, Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance.
It was a good movie. All right, so we go back far enough.
Yeah.
A lot of those are good. A lot of those are really good. This one would be, I will feel, if Everything Everywhere All at Once wins, I'll feel the same way I felt when The Shape of Water won. Because you see these things and I don't know what the criteria is. I really don't. But,
these are all great movies, but I think you have to go back to 2012 Best Picture for the last time there was a movie that was like a
everybody loved it.
I think everyone loved Argo. Didn't everyone love Argo?
Argo was a great movie. That's the Ben Affleck movie.
Yeah, and that was
that
Best
one.
Picture.
That one Best Picture
in 12, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, that's a little out of the ordinary for that.
If I'm not mistaken, so we hired Ethan Sands, one of our old interns, as a producer here.
Yeah,
Mike.
He's been on the show.
Yeah. He made his way to the LA Times and then cut his teeth in a smaller media market, and then went to MLB baseball, and now works here at Podville Media. If I'm not mistaken, while he was an intern or shortly after, he went to the Academy Awards.
Yeah, with his mom.
Yeah, I would love to get his take on this.
Very, very cool.
Right?
Let's knock out actor before we move on.
All right.
We're running late here. Colin Farrell, The Banshees of Inisherin. Look, draw your own conclusions with that. I thought it was a weird movie. I'm sorry, I thought it was weird. It had a very simple plot.
All right.
And just kind of out there. Austin Butler and Elvis. How do you feel about that, Rob?
I think he's got a shot at it. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it was a very enjoyable movie, but it's one of those things where they'll never give it Best Picture.
And Lisa passed.
Yeah. But I do think
that.
But I think the voting's already done, isn't it?
Aren't they nominating them now? When would they vote?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, they got to nominate them and then they vote.
Forgive me. I was cloudy for a moment. But the passing
Brendan
of Lisa
Fraser
will help.
In the Whale.
Have you seen this?
The Mike O'Mara biopic. It's no, I haven't, but I want to.
Yeah,
I want, because he's been out of the public eye for so long.
I've heard him do a couple long-term interviews. I have never heard a more boring man than Brendan Fraser.
I heard he's the new face of Ozempic.
No, it's not New Face, it's Big Face.
Tomorrow, so go there, take an antihistamine, wait for an hour after they inject it. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Really, really glad I did that.
Bring a paper back, Mike.
What?
Bring a paper back to kill the time.
Thank you. Are we okay with connectivity? Because there was a little...
Yeah,
yeah, you look great.
Yeah.
Paul Mescal, After Sun. Don't know that at all. Have no idea, but I'll try to watch it. And let's see. Bill Nighy, Living. I don't know these.
I don't know that
when
movie.
They do the thing. All right, we'll do actress and then
Please.
we'll be out of here. Let's do this. Hold on. Getting the actress in a leading role.
They don't make it easy to find.
No, they don't. They never have.
There are too many. Kate Blanchett for Tar. I watched her. Good performance. Kind of a slog. Ana de Armas for Blonde. She played Marilyn Monroe. Is that who she
I saw Netflix. Wonderful performance.
Horrible
Terrible
movie. Yeah.
Terrible movie.
That sucks. Okay. Andre Riesenborough for To Leslie. What?
I don't know that.
Where? How? Michelle Williams, The Fablemans. She plays the mom's got some issues. Fine. And Michelle Yeoh for Yo, everything, everywhere, all at once. There it is.
Okay.
That's your Oscars. So hopefully Jimmy Kimmel will be funny. That's my
think he
take
will.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by and large,
Well, you know me, Mike.
Why are award shows dying? That's why they are dying.
I don't
Well,
watch it
if
unless-
somebody
unless-
strikes someone, then we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody hits somebody, then it'll be do you think that, in the last question, will up the ante for people watching? Will there
Yes.
be more interest this year?
It's live television. We've proven anything can happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And oddly enough, Emancipation, the Will Smith movie, was not nominated.
Huh.
Fascinating. We'll be right back.
The dog's a ball sniffer because the dog was sniffing Michael's balls.
Yeah, but it's fine for you to go into the bathroom and make sure he washes his balls.
We don't have the balls context.
No, we don't have
The balls context is make sure you wash your butt, make sure you wash your
balls. Does she remind you too?
Make sure you get all your cracks.
That's right.
Make sure you wash your
Balls.
Make sure you wash your butt.
Make sure you get all your cracks.
That's right.
The O'Mara Ball Wash. Great on the golf course and a lifesaver in the home. For more squeaky clean fun, get a subscription to the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and be in the know with the TMOS Bonus Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Is it checking up on your credit score? I didn't think so. But at Chime, that's exactly what they do with their secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. You can start to build credit with your own money. Chime reports your payments to credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. Their members see an increase of 30 points on average. All of this with no annual fees, no large security deposits, or any credit checks to apply. So start your credit journey with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/TMOS. That's chime.com/TMOS. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank, N.A., pursuant to a license from Visa USA. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Regular on-time payment history can have a positive impact on your credit score. Impact to score may vary, and some users' scores may not improve. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply, except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven or any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATMs.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
All right, this is the homepage, and let me see if I missed anything with the. Let me see with the Oscars: Michelle Yeoh, Best Actress; Ke Huy Quan for Best Supporting Actor; Jamie Lee Curtis, Stephanie Hsu for Best Supporting Actress; Steven Spielberg got another Best Director for The Fabelmans. Let's see.
The tie-in with Everything Everywhere All at Once with the Goonies, tie-in with the actor that was.
Oh, Short Round from the second
that's
Indiana Jones movie.
What is his name? Jesus.
By the way, Everything Everywhere All at Once got the most nominations, 11, and was responsible for 4 first-time nominations.
Julia loved that movie, and I don't know, maybe I'm too old for it.
The Whale, by the way, with Brendan Fraser did not get a Best Picture nod, but it did get that. Let's see. John Williams got his 53rd nomination for scoring that film. He's got the most nominations of anyone alive, but Walt Disney still has the most in history with 59. So John Williams, who I love, and my friend Colonel Colburn, a wonderful musician, loves him as well, and got to work with him. We're so lucky. Walt Disney got 59. Coming in second in nominations, All Quiet on the Western Front. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Let's see. The Banshees of Inisherin got 9. And let's see. The snubs that people are talking about include Tom Cruise not getting a Best Actor nod for Top Gun Maverick.
Huy Quan?
Yes,
is that the
probably.
actor? Yeah, I apologize. Thank you.
And Viola Davis being shut out for The Woman King. The 95th Oscars will air Sunday, March 12th on ABC, and I'm happy that Kimmel's doing it because he's fun no matter what he does.
The best piece of John Williams trivia is his first Hollywood gig was writing the incidental music, not the theme, but the background music for Gilligan's Island. And sometimes in the credits you can see music by Johnny Williams. And it's
Johnny.
and it's the same guy. Yeah.
Johnny Williams.
Johnny Williams.
In her upcoming memoir, Love, Pamela Anderson accuses Tim Allen of flashing her on the set of Home Improvement. Tim denied it ever happened. And now we have this. In the upcoming documentary, Pamela, A Love Story, Pam accuses Sylvester Stallone of propositioning her. Well, I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. Let's see what she said. She says, quote, he offered me a condo and a Porsche to be his number one girl. Really? And he told her, quote, that's the best offer you're going to get, honey. You're in Hollywood now. She replied,
wow.
quote, does that mean there's a number two? Uh-huh. She adds, quote, I wanted to be in love. I didn't want anything less than that, not surprisingly. Stallone denies it. His rep calls her story false and fabricated and says Mr. Stallone confirms that he never made any portion of that statement.
Can I?
What say you, boys?
I mean, if she doesn't want that slot, I'll take it today.
You mean to get the condo and the Porsche?
Yeah, I'll do whatever he wants.
Be his number one girl.
He's an old man now.
Yeah, well, he'll treat me gently and nicely.
Gently, like indeed.
Selling your music catalog isn't just for old people anymore. Justin Bieber just sold 100% of his publishing as well as royalties from his master recordings for $200 million. This covers all 290 titles. Didn't know he had that many. In his catalog released prior to December 31st of 21, including his most recent album, Justice. It's said to be the biggest deal for anyone from Justin's generation. Catalogs from newer artists are usually considered riskier investments since you can't predict how much staying power they'll have. That's why they usually sell for less than those of classic acts like Springsteen and Neil Diamond. There you go.
The thing that bothers me about this is Springsteen got about $500 million and Bieber got $200 million. So are we saying mathematically Bieber is 2/5 the artist of Springsteen?
No, it's a sheer market and rare. So Springsteen, I mean, he's got a handful of years left, depending on his health, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Bieber's sub 30, so he can continue making music, and it's probably more popular streaming wise at the moment.
So it's actually a good move on his
Rob.
part.
We all can't live in the past. Got to move forward, ever forward. Live in the now.
I think someone overpaid. That's all I'm saying.
Someone asked 1,000 Americans questions about different parts of the country. The Northeast, South, Southwest. I'm sorry, let me start again. The Northeast, South, West, and Midwest, and they compared the results to the same poll done in 1983. One question they asked was part of the country that is the friendliest. And the answer hasn't changed one bit. The South still ranks first.
Sure.
47% of people in 1983 voted for it, and so did 47% of Americans today. The Midwest is next at 30%.
They didn't ask you.
Followed by people out west at 15%. The Northeast was voted the rudest part of the country then and now. Here are a few more questions they asked and how people today answered. Who has the worst weather? The Midwest was the leader of that. 28% said the South. That's who cares? Number two, who has the thickest accent? The South. Everybody agreed on that one. 67%. Where's the best place for a vacation? Out west. Got the most votes.
Yes.
Out west, they'd say. All right. Ow.
Ow, your hand, Mike. Your hand.
God damn it. And now a little something. A 31-year-old woman in Winnipeg, Canada, was arrested last Sunday after setting off a firework inside a crowded restaurant so that she was able to distract everyone and steal a pizza.
Oh, no.
She then ran outside and hailed a taxi. She got in the taxi, but she started acting belligerent, so the driver tried to kick her out. Now, when the driver opened his door to get out, the woman jumped into the driver's seat and started driving the taxi.
Oh,
no. She dragged the guy, unfortunately, about 30 feet. The cops pursued the taxi and arrested the mastermind after she crashed it into a snowbank. She was charged with 2 counts of robbery, possession of a weapon, and failing to comply with prior court orders.
Oh dear. Yes.
She had priors. Fortunately, no one was hurt in the restaurant, and while the cab driver was hospitalized, he is in stable condition. We have contacted the authorities, but have been unable to get an update on the condition of the pizza currently. Get it. edition of. Oh, my hand hurts. Anyway, that's it. We got to take a break.
Your
and we'll come back with it. We're not at your thing yet.
We have one more break before my thing.
I want to talk. I want to talk about now Verizon, Aubrey Plaza, toilet flushing. There's too much I can't decide. I'll decide after the commercial.
Here are some of the stories we're working on tonight for the night side. After an all-new TJ Hooker at 11, residents in West South Florida are up in arms over an invasion of rattlesnakes.
I wasn't sure what to do.
I seen it. I heard it. Then I seen it. Then I got the raid.
The Energy Department responds to consumer inquiries of using air conditioners in garages.
And I wrote back, kindly, off.
In our weekly visit with a shade tree mechanic, we have tips on what to do with those leftover automotive fluids you find in the garage.
Do not drink it.
And Colonel Dirk is in the Weather Center with a look at the weekend forecast.
It's cold as
Catchy stories and more, along with the Mike O'Mara Show on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
My hand.
Your hand. You're crippled. Useless.
Your hand.
God, it's ridiculous. How I did that, trying to put a snapback on a watch. I'm a moron. Whatever your reason is for wanting to make a change, Noom Weight is ready to help. Noom Weight is different. It uses psychology to help you understand your eating habits and learn how to make healthier choices every day. Do you eat because you're bored? Do you eat because you can't pass up food when it's free? Do you eat because you're stressed out? If the answer is yes, don't stress out. Noom Weight can help you break the cycle and change your habits for good. To date, Noom Weight has helped more than 4.6 million people lose weight, and active first-time Noomers lose an average of 15 pounds in 16 weeks. 95% of customers say Noom Weight is a good long-term solution. I love it. I love their advice. I love their little tracking that they do, which I do every single day. I love their food monitor where you can put your food in there and know what you're getting. Oscar's done it.
Yes.
Carla's done it. We all love it. And you can stay focused on what's important to you with Noom Weight's psychology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com/TMOS. That's NOOM.com/TMOS to sign up for your trial today. And check out Noom's first ever book. It's called The Noom Mindset. That is a dive into the psychology of behavior change. Available now wherever books are sold. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I'm always a toilet guy, Rob, but I don't know if I want to do that now.
Can we isolate that?
Okay, you know what I really want? You brought this in today.
Yeah.
This is from Harvard University, the school that Michael always talks about wanting to be a part of.
It's
and I think
Cambridge.
this applies to all of us. Cambridge, thanks for the geography lesson. We probably all can use this. Oscar, I think before you got here this morning, Rob was sharing 5 ways from Harvard, this is.
Yes.
5 ways to be a better friend.
And I brought this in because we are all broken.
Oh,
and
yes.
These, let's see how many of these characteristics. Mike, are you okay? You're drinking like you're a 5-year-old.
Like my mom.
Like Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. So the experts at Harvard did a multi-generational study about the characteristics that make you a better friend. And I'm wondering, do any of us 3, Pony included, us 4, have these characteristics?
You don't have to include him.
All right. Then he's not. Pony, shut up.
No, Pony, you can join
Hey,
in.
don't be mean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't. Sometimes I am too mean to Pony. I love you, Pony. I really do. I love you. I love your loyalty. I love the way your patter, and I love your politics, and I love your choices in television shows.
Oh,
That's a
thank
little
you.
known fact about Pone Bone. Go ahead, Rob.
All right. Number 1, make sure you talk about what you're struggling with wherever you are in life. So be open and share your troubles and your struggles with your friend. It makes you a better friend.
All right. Let me share with you that when I'm speaking to somebody for the first time, if they overshare, I find it tremendously off-putting. I don't need to know, but I think if you looked at my conversations with people, I may be guilty of doing that with people I know well, especially when you've gone through, some of the crap down here. People, I tend, when you go through a natural disaster, like friends of mine that have gone through much worse with Hurricane Ian, I think people tend to open up more because it's good for them. So I'm not sure I do it, but I know that if you do it too soon, it can be a sticky wicket, at least for me.
That's the very reason for me I don't do it, because I don't want to hear about their troubles. and I don't want to open
Is that
that.
the reason, or are you just guarded? I find you're the most guarded person of the three.
We
of
didn't
us.
know that, you.
Here comes the alcoholic mention.
No, that you're the sod egg.
Yeah.
For the better part of a decade.
Well, but what I'm saying is that if an average person says,
but we're your friends.
I understand.
You could
this.
be like, hey, things
but
are rough.
you don't share.
Not a lot
at all.
And and one of them. I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm guarded. It's because if someone says, "How was your day?" and I say, "Well, this happened and this happened and this happened, and I don't like when this happens and this happens."
I think
so.
that
What you say is, you say, my day was fine. How was yours? And then they're going to say fine, and then you're done with it.
I think there's a difference between small talk and actually talking to your friends. Small talk is different. That is.
I think you would be a happier person, and that your relationships would be better if you did that more. Because they're saying in this survey,
friends are different.
Share, right?
Yeah, for
exactly.
Friends, I just want to be clear here. Small talk is different than friends.
Okay.
And let me just clarify. You and I could have a conversation, or I could have a conversation with a friend of mine and say, and them open up, and I would feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable enough to say, hey, I'm also going through a tough time, right?
Right.
That opens that. There's a difference between you and I who are friends, or me and someone else who are friends, than just saying, hey, hope you had a good day, and then stopping me in my tracks and then telling me why you didn't have a good day.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I see
but
that.
would you not agree? And I really say this sincerely, especially the day after we had the milestone show with 3,000 shows, that the three of us, through a long process of communicating on a daily basis, have, I believe, grown in our relationship.
Yeah,
I think we communicate much differently than we used to, and we had to punch through that. It was not that way. It took a long time, but as far as you are concerned, Rob, I think that when they put in there to be a better friend, you share more. In certain circumstances, I would welcome that. I think Oscar would.
Give you a great example.
I don't want to talk about it.
I talked to Dan O'Brien.
Yes.
Who is just a good human being. His mom is
one of the best.
Yes.
A great family. Yeah.
When he started here at Podville for the first few months, there would be a lot of small talk because you'd see him a lot. I'd be like, hey, how's it going?
He lives at the front desk,
yes.
so you see him all the time.
And then I realized that when people would say, how's it going, he would spend 10 to 15 minutes telling people how it's going. And I said, Dan, when people ask you how's it going, when they're passing and walking to a studio or going to do something, they actually don't want to engage.
Right.
And they're just being polite. So
that puts the off and off-putting.
Yes.
Tell him that.
He no longer does it.
Great.
He no longer does that.
It's a great
He just says, great, moving on.
Thank
all right.
you.
The second tip is to learn about your people. Learn what your friends like. Learn what they enjoy.
Care about them.
Yeah, care about their likes.
Yeah. That's valuable. I mean, you can't help but do it when you do what we do. So that's cool. I like that. I think that's good. And I wish I had more people that I could relate to.
We all wish we had more friends.
I think that is
good.
something I will think about. I get it.
All right. Number 3, spend some time giving your friends undivided attention.
That's tough.
But that's another one where I pause and I think and I say, yeah, is it tough? And is it something I probably haven't done a lot of, but I can do better? And that goes with everybody, I think. That's being a listener.
Yeah. And you have to.
And I'm not good at that, obviously, because of what I do for a living.
Yeah. Number 4, reflect on which relationships you'd like to foster.
That's a little jive.
COVID has made, even fostering friendships, the pandemic, just in general, either you're in the pod or you're out of the pod.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But spending time thinking about it.
In
my case, there just aren't enough people to do that.
You can break it down.
No, I've got friends down here.
If you look and say, okay, here's this guy, and say we go bowling together, and you say, I'd like to be a better friend with him. What is this relationship lacking that's preventing me from being a better friend? So you need to look at some of the minutia to accelerate to a bigger friendship.
Infinitely harder when you're older.
Yes. Oh, God.
Well, also, depending on where you are in life and where you live, I'm not going out and buying MAGA hats. Not going to happen. So let's move on.
All right. The final one, Mike, and this does lean towards jive, I will warn you, but it's from Harvard and Cambridge. Make connections happen in small ways every day.
Let me put that one on there. Okay. Make connections happen in small ways.
But that could be as much as it could be a text. It could be a quick phone call.
But it also doesn't necessarily have to apply to friends. It can apply to everybody.
Right.
I like doing that. I like doing that when the opportunity presents itself. It is not a good feeling when it's rebuffed.
Or ignored.
So there's a lady at the grocery store the other day, and Carl and I are in there, and we're checking out. And I won't give her a real name, but let's say her name is Colby. Okay, and whatever. But I said,
does
that's
she
really...
work the cheese aisle?
No. I said that's a beautiful name. That's a you don't hear that name. That's wonderful. That's spectacular. And she's like, nothing.
Yep.
Like crickets, like that. And so then it has the opposite effect. But you have to lay yourself out there.
Yeah.
That's true.
And take that chance.
You
and do
bring
that.
sunshine to
on a cloudy day.
Your environment.
Yeah.
I try to, when I can, do that, and with a delightful mix of medications. I believe I've done that more recently.
There has been more sunshine.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's noticeable.
It's
noticeable.
I like
I would have been a bear today. I would be out of my mind. I am in so much pain right now with my wrist that it's throbbing, and but I know it's going to get better. And I wouldn't have thought like that. I wouldn't have thought. I was like, oh, doom and gloom, everything hurts.
Yeah,
everything.
you're falling
I brought
apart.
it on myself. It was a funny story, and move on. But as far as friends, you got to Carla's line. She uses it constantly. In order to have a friend, you got to be a friend.
Yeah.
And that's
and then you reply with your line, which is not worth it.
Not worth it at all.
It's not.
Stand by that.
Shut up, Colby.
Stand by. You know what my friends are? I got 6 or 7 friends in that little watch case out
and
there.
3 of them are here.
I wasn't talking about humans. I'll be spending my day with my little watch friends.
Do you make them talk to each other?
Look at him.
Mr. Automatic.
Hi, Mr.
Seiko. How are you, Mr. Seiko? I'm fine, Mr. Hamilton.
Do you ever put them all on at once?
Alex? Oh, he's sick. What?
Do you ever put them all on at once?
Sure. Yeah, they go all the way up to my shoulder.
Yeah, when he's playing golf.
Yeah. Might not have shot a good score today, but look at these on my exposed arm.
Mr. Rolex is sick.
Oh, my God. Oh, and then, of course, greet everybody properly when you see them by saying hello. We'll take a break, and we will come back with more on the Michael.
Order! Had a great drive to school with my kid who was talking about Harvard. Said he wants to be a lawyer. Dad, I think I want to be a lawyer. I said, why is that? He said, because I like to argue.
He could be, you know what? Kid lawyer.
Your Honor, I object. I'll allow it.
Have you been hurt on a podcast? It's no time to play grab-ass, fella. It's time to get tough and call the law offices of Michael William O'Mara, kid attorney.
So an Irishman walks into a pub.
O'Mara is on the case, and you'll get the money you deserve. The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show is so funny, it should be illegal. Get a Bonus Show subscription today through the link at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Michael William O'Mara, kid attorney.
Oh, yeah, it's driving me nuts.
He knows all about the birds and the bees, but it's his opponents in the courtroom who are really You can't handle the truth.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You know that turning into your parents might be your worst nightmare, to steal a line from another commercial. But let's be real. Their weed might have been the best stuff out there.
Yeah.
Well, Dadgrass has old school joints that are low in THC and high in CBD. CBD. So you can chill out and lighten up the old-fashioned way. Dadgrass is legal, organic, smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. And if you want the toke without the smoke, Dadgrass also has CBD gummies made with the same high-quality hemp. They're delicious, easy to dose, and the effects come on smooth. Chill out without getting stoned, dude.
Stoned.
It's like having a glass of wine, not the whole bottle. It is out of sight.
Carrie hit the gummy last night.
I take that little tincture in the evenings around 10 p.m. Sleepy time.
I'm going to cut a hole in my wrist, and I'm going to, right there, I'm going to make a little incision there and shove a gummy in there. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 21 and over and ship right to your door anywhere in the good old USA. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. It's groovy.
Mike,
Victor the Stager.
Thank you.
What? We call this stereophonic sound.
Yes, sir. Yes, sorry, I played the sounder. What's going on?
I sent both you and Rob a link of a watch we were on this topic already. I want to make sure we address it on today's show. And it was Elvis's Omega watch.
He had an Omega.
See?
Okay.
Full circle. I think it was auctioned off for $1.1 million.
That's the
in 2011.
Is that
a
the
lot of
actual
that
mod?
stuff?
Yeah.
That's the collectability factor.
Right.
With that, I'm taking it. Hey, it looks like boy, that's
pretty.
And Omega
is that
Tiffany
the
and
style
Co.
of bracelet, or did it just get banged
It's
up?
black velvet.
Oh wow.
Oh, you would love that. Come on.
Wow.
Oh,
that's not an Omega. That's a Breitling.
And that was a gift from RCA Records. That is so
What does
cool.
it say?
It says to Elvis,
I don't have the
75
right
million
watch.
records sold, RCA Victor, 12 Christmas Day, 1960.
Right.
So that was their Christmas gift, RCA's Christmas gift.
Huge.
Elvis. That would be an amazing one.
Yes.
God, I want to. You know what?
I'll resend you the
Hold on.
link.
All right, wait. No, I got it.
You got it. It's got
wait a
diamonds.
minute. You got this is a Breitling I'm looking at.
No, we sent you a separate link.
I
from
didn't
me,
get.
from
I didn't
Ray.
get the link.
Yeah. You didn't get the link?
I did not.
Oh,
No,
maybe
we
you
didn't
know
get
what?
it.
It's my dumb computer. My apologies.
Okay.
Did you get
All
that
right.
dumb computer at the dumb meeting?
I did.
Okay, Mike. Have
Yeah.
you been affected by the price of eggs?
I've noticed them. We get free eggs from one of the flag football kids' moms. That's fantastic.
Does she
She's
make
got
them
chickens.
herself?
Sturdy woman, right?
That's disgusting. That's so nasty.
I had a busy night.
They're very small.
But
Gross. Why did I help?
Mike, this is it's become a thing now. From Mexico, people are smuggling eggs.
Smuggling eggs from Mexico, the chicken.
So
You
there's
can
that.
taste the difference from the ladies' eggs. Than
Oh yeah, well yeah, the
Fresh
ones
eggs
that we
do
had up
taste
in
better.
Maine, they're fresh eggs can be very good. But if you're going to smuggle eggs across the border, remember when you get the customs official, just be nice and say
Hello.
Mike, the last time I saw some smuggled eggs, they were brown eggs.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, these are not the best eggs I've ever tasted.
So what happens if you're up at 2 a.m. and you look on your security camera and your neighbor has a guy pull up in front of his house, of the neighbor's house, and 2 guys hop out and start approaching your neighbor's car? You scream at him, right?
Okay, well, hold on. You set that up the wrong
That's
way.
what would you
So
do?
the guy's
Yeah,
got
well-
a security camera and he sees 2 people hop out of a car
To approach
that are
his
going to
neighbor's
try
car.
to break into his
Yeah,
car.
So this guy goes nuts.
Get the out of here! Die! Let's not try to steal your car! You mother.
Now, the thing that's funny, and I need
Is
to
that
play it
them
again.
driving away?
Yeah, but the first time you hear the car rev is when he comes out and screams. The getaway driver starts to drive away with the 2 guys still out of the car because he's so
Kids,
startled.
probably.
Yeah, they were kids.
Get the out of here! Die! Let's not try to steal your
What's that
car!
click that he's doing?
That's them trying to open the car.
Oh, the car's locked.
Yes, exactly.
Too damn funny. Crooks are stupid.
Now, Mike, I like the Hot 100 charts. I like to watch the charts. I like old music charts a lot. Did you know Fleetwood Mac in their entire career only had 1 number 1 hit on the singles chart?
That's stunning,
Isn't it?
Really?
Yeah, I actually double checked it today to make sure it's
Don't
right.
stop thinking about tomorrow.
That went to number 2. The number 1
Really?
hit was "Dream" from the album Rumors. And
Is that the sweet, wonderful you?
I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna play it for you here. This is really cool. Stevie Nicks is touring right now, and she's gonna hit Baltimore in October. It should be a pretty
Let's
good show.
go.
I would love to.
Just
do that.
kidding.
Okay, but Mike, here is the first.
Be a friend.
Oh, yeah, you know what? We should go.
Here is the first arrangement of the song "Dream," and you know what? Still would have been a great song if they had stayed with this. But this is Stevie Nicks at the session for Rumors.
Now there you go again.
Oh, that one.
You say
Yeah,
you want your freedom.
That's the number 1?
that's the only number 1 hit they had.
I'm dumbstruck. by
Me
that.
too.
Rumors, the bar
Can
downstairs.
I hear the
that's
high
no
note? I
longer-
just want to hear her high note right here. Let's listen.
It's only right that you should play the way you feel it.
I still think
Listen
that early in her career, she might have gone over to that balloon maker, that helium thing.
Yes. love hearing a song like that in its infancy. You know, that's really just her and electric piano, pretty much.
You know who I'd like to hear Stevie Nicks do a duet with?
Who?
Who's the guy from AC/DC?
Angus Young.
Angus Young.
Yes.
So you have her going, in a dream, and he's like,
yes. And then, Mike, just for fun, third person, Lou Rawls.
You'll never find as long as you live.
All right, let's close with this. Now, we're lucky because we all have what is known as the Mid-Atlantic accented English, which is almost of an accent that's devoid of an accent. It's what people
unless you go to
strive for.
Baltimore.
Yeah, well, we don't have that.
Oh, yeah.
But
Right,
I mean,
okay.
so this is a lady who does news in the New England area. Her name is Ellen Fleming, and bless her heart, she actually put this on TikTok herself.
Okay.
She's doing some coverage. It looked like the State House, and sometimes that New England accent just creeps out.
Parts of this bill are similar to the executive orders that have already been put in place in New Hampshire. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. And
Hello there.
And it's funny because she's youngest. She's got to
Yeah.
be in her 20s, and it still slips out.
Parts of this bill are similar to the executive orders that have already been put in place in New Hampshire. New Hampshire.
Shannon
And she
has,
stops herself.
Yeah, she does.
completely.
She caught it. 100%.
Shannon has an accent when she curses that you can hear the Southern
She's
Maryland.
got a Southern Maryland.
Oh,
She's
my
got a
God.
Southern-
I'm like,
Well,
there we
Shannon's
go.
got a lot of Southern
There we
When
Maryland.
go.
people get worked
There
up,
we go.
accent comes out. My late stepfather, Dave, when he'd get upset, he was all Florida. And it was only when he was upset. But it
Right.
would come
We get a little
out
twang in it,
yeah.
a little
and
Southern
he'd
twang.
stammer, damn it.
Carla, when she gets super mad at me, you know what comes out? She says something like, in my club, I will splash the pot whenever the I please. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you
It
got to
was
write it down, Rob.
The mail order broad finishing school.
Carla came from St. Petersburg. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, lovely girl. Lovely girl. So glad I picked her. There were 3 others that were similar. But, well, now
had to
it's
wind
out.
them.
You always wondered, how do you do that? 20-year age difference? Yeah. Mail order.
Yeah.
We got to get out
And
of here.
reverse financing.
We'll be back with another show tomorrow. Hopefully I won't be in a brace. We'll see you tomorrow for Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana. Mike O'Mara saying, so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
And I am not going to stand here and see that thing cut open and see that little Kettner boy spill out all over the dock.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.